Assalamu alaikum and good morning. Hi everyone. So this is my research proposal. Um, I'm Mohamad Sharofi Ismail. So my topic is on the recurring issues in performance auditing, a case study of a local authority. This is my research background. As you can see in the slide, the government responsibility to its stakeholders is to ensure that all the government activities and programs implemented meet and achieve the set objective. Government already spent billions of dollars, and this is being allocated through budget for the purpose of government activities which involve education, health, infrastructure, communication, and defense. And all these activities are normally going to be uh, audited by the government to make sure that the effectiveness of efficiency and the economic of the activities. This can be done through the performance audit, where the Auditor General, under the allocation in Section 6 of the Audit Act 1957, can audit any government activities which include government spending, how the government manage the activities, and the impact of the program being conducted. And the most significant current discussion in my topic with regard to local authorities is on the recurring issues or repeated issues that we can see in the performance audit report. The major concern on the trend is the recurring issues or the repeated issues year after year. The Auditor General frequently gives the opinion and suggestion about the effectiveness and inefficiencies of a program, but we can see that the auditee keep repeating the same mistake in the audit report, and it shows that the audit report does not serve as a guide to the auditees. So this is my research background. Next is my problem statement. The government has lost billions of dollars over the weakness of public sector management. We can see from the estimate done by the Transparency International Malaysia, TI Malaysia, that Malaysia lost nearly 46.9 billion in 2017 due to the corruption, inefficiencies activities, and mismanagement within the public sector. In addition, the concern over the government program activities are also being highlighted in the 11 Nation Plan, RMK 11, where part of the remaining plan period, several initiatives will be implemented to strengthen the check and balance mechanism in the government administration to measure and strengthen the institutional and implementation capacity of the country. The government aims to improve the public service delivery system at various levels. It is also addressed in this RMK 11 issues that related to corruption and integrity in the public sector and private sector as well. And also a greater pressure can be seen during last general election in 2018, where the previous government, the previous governing parties have lost, which the voters translate their dissatisfaction to the government by changing the government through the ballot box. And government entities should learn from the content of audit report that would educate them from repeating the same mistake made by them or others. Next is my research objective. My first research objective is to investigate the trend of recurring issues in performance audit report. Number two, to develop a model that can prevent the local authorities from repeating the same mistake in the performance audit report. Next, we jump to research question. So my first research question, What are the trend of recurring issues in performance audit report? Number two, why the issues keep repeating or keep recurring? And the last one, what are the local authorities model suitable to prevent from recurring issues in the performance audit report? Next is my literature review. I just put up the most important literatures that I reviews in this slide, but not all. The first one is the article written by Torres 2020. It's quite current. And the issues highlighted in his paper is on the effective communication to stakeholders. So what is the mode of communication that being delivered by the National Audit Department? Okay, the research objective of this article is to analyze the presence of audit institution in the social media, and method used in this study is a content analysis. And finding from this article shows that more National Audit Department disclose the information through web due to effectiveness. So stakeholders can easily view the report, can see the progress of the follow-up audit and so on. And next, authors, Cillian 2013, and this study done in Indonesia. The issues that highlighted by Cillian, we can see that Indonesia, as one of the country of emerging market, is starting to move to new public management and to improve their services, and this can be done, as she mentioned, is through the progress of the performance audit. And in her research objective, you can see that her paper is to investigate how the performance audit is implemented in the government sector in Indonesia. Method of a study is a case study in government of Indonesia, and from the finding we can see that the performance audit was used to enhance the accountability of public sector. Next article written by Sarimah 2018. This is a local paper. Issues that she highlighted in his paper is that uncover the follow-up on performance auditing issues as operationalized in the context of three isomorphism, which is coercive, mimetic, and normative, so to achieve its effectiveness. So her research objective is to understand or follow-up initiative in public sector performance activity. And method of study is a case study on the National Audit Department, where she interviews the key player in the National Audit Department. From the articles shows that the finding of this result, different types of pressure which can be explained by three forces of isomorphism, namely coercive, mimetic, and normative, as the theoretical lens to explain its effect to the follow-up effectiveness. So follow-up audit is very important to ensure that the auditee follow through whatever recommendation suggested by the Auditor General. Okay, next, paper written by Jamalia 2015. The issues highlighted in this paper, the public sector has long been criticized for its inefficiency, red tape, lack of flexibility, ineffectiveness, accountability, and poor performance. And research objective to explore the extent that the principle of accountability in the public sector is being honored wherein the employee can be held accountable for its use of and for the result of its actions by the electorate, the legislature, and judiciary in Malaysia. And this is also a local study where she used a survey to 682 heads of department in federal agencies. And finding from this study shows that several approaches have been undertaken to strengthen the public service delivery, but statistics shows that the adverse result of, or at least, or having no or minimal impact from these approaches or measures taken by the government. This is my research methodology. I'm going to use a case study on one local authorities in northern Malaysia. So why I choose these local authorities, because from the previous pilot study, I can see that these local authorities experience quite numbers of performance audit activities, and also from the aspect of size of these local authorities, which is municipal council, I think it's good to have their experience um, dealing with the performance audit, especially on the impact from the performance audit report. I'm going to interview all heads of departments, and I'm I'm going to evaluate also the content of the document, like audit reports, financial statement, Federal Constitution Acts, which include the Financial Procedure Acts, Audit Acts, and those related acts. And also, I'm going to review the guideline, circulars, and also news from social media and also from the newspaper. This is my data collection method. So I list here a few steps. So step 1, a review of report and articles. To answer the first research question of this study is by exploring the performance audit report in local authorities as reported by Auditor General. Therefore, resources that are going to be reviewed is the performance audit report published by the National Audit Department. In addition, to understand the trend of performance audit issues, practice, and experience, literature on the performance audit, value for money auditing, operational auditing, and other related issues from various countries will be reviewed and analyzed. All available articles are sourced from journals and books, either printed or electronic. Second step for my data collection method is a data collected for interview. To answer the second and third research question of the study, that is to get an overview on performance auditing from the perspective of auditees and auditors, researchers has decided to conduct interview with auditees and auditors. All heads of departments from Majlis Pembandaran APC, related auditors from National Audit Department will be selected for the interviews because they have better understand on the organization's auditing requirement. My third stage on data collection method is the data analysis. The data were categorized into qualitative data, which derived from the interview questions, will be organized according to the similarity of views and discussed, together with the interpretations drawn based on the arguments. Data from secondary, such as audit report, financial statement, um, acts, guideline, circulars, were ordered based on the content and issues. So that's all from my presentation. So I welcome any question from the examiner. Thank you very much, and Assalamualaikum and Selamat Berpuasa.